Man, what is good, YouTube? I decided to make a 20-man middleweight tournament. The UFC is broken down with the champion and then the 1 through 15 rankings. And since there's some big names outside the top 15, I decided to make a 20-man tournament. I'm going to be having the bottom 4 of the top 15 rankings taking on an unranked opponent to get into the tournament. And starting this off, to get into the tournament, we got the number 15 ranked Chris Curtis taking on Kevin Holland. They were scheduled to fight in real life and it just recently got canceled. So that's why I put this fight together, but the winner's going to get into the tournament. And Kevin Holland, in the last 30 seconds of round 1, Holland had Chris Curtis wobbling backwards and went to pressure him, but Chris Curtis was able to hit him with a check hook and he wobbled him right back. And then when Curtis went to walk him down, the same exact thing happened. Holland hit it with a right hand, ended off the round.
Oh, nice.
Well, his opponent. How do we get back to how wobbly he is? Then again. Oh, we're getting a finish here.
This fight turned into a brawl. Both fighters going back and forth, rocking each other. Curtis came in reckless with a kick, and Holland hit him with a check hook, and eventually somebody got slept.
The swelling.
Oh, you gotta keep pressing here. Could be the beginning of the end.
Chris Curtis goes ahead and moves on to the official tournament. And we got 2 grapplers here. The number 14 ranked Anthony Hernandez taking on BoNichel. And yeah, Kevin Holland's a big name, and BoNichel's a big name. And we also going to have Kevin Gastelum and Joe Pyfer competing to get into the tournament. I didn't want to leave them out of this.
This is certainly on that path.
Ultimate.
Oh, nice Judas for him there. Takedown defense holds up.
Guillotine jump.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth with the submission.
Fluffy Hernandez was not shying away from the ground, even though BoNichel has insane credentials with the wrestling. BoNichel was posturing up, and he started raining down big shots on Fluffy, and Fluffy went ahead and took top position, but then he got stuck in a guillotine. BoNichel almost made him tap in round 1. With about 30 seconds left in round 1, BoNichel postured up to get some last-second shots, but Fluffy got back up to the feet, and Bo tried to work the body, and Fluffy hit him with an uppercut, ending off the round strong.
Round 2.
Some big knees from Middleweight.
Oh, stuffs the takedown. Well, no denying.
Oh, my God.
After both of them went back and forth on the clinch, BoNichel finally got this fight to the ground, and he started posturing up, almost getting Hernandez out of there, but Hernandez survives, and he was able to get top position on BoNichel with a minute left to work in round 2. He was able to control him for a lot of the round, and he was able to hit him with some shots posturing up, trying to go in for the finish.
Remain in the fight. Oh, somehow his opponent's chin held up.
This fight was a dog fight. They were getting into a brawl on the feet, and they were relentlessly going for takedowns and landing some good shots and going for submissions on the ground. They were getting some clinch worked in. Hernandez goes with an overhand, then a body shot. BoNichel gets the takedown, and he's going in for an arm triangle, trying to finish this fight.
Got it locked in.
Oh, he escapes. Crucifix gonna work from the top now.
Great job maintaining position over submission. Very smart.
With a minute left in round 3, Fluffy's going in. He's trying to get the upset finish over BoNichel, posturing up, landing a lot of big shots. He was able to flatten out BoNichel, but right when he started to tee off, BoNichel got back to a better position, and Fluffy wasn't trying to leave this fight without a finish.
Oh, so how about that? The offensive fighter bails on the submission now.
Very smart. You got to keep position over submission.
All 3 judges score this contest 29-28. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision,
BoNichel goes ahead and he takes Fluffy's spot into this tournament. But now we got the 13th-ranked Michel Pereira taking on Joe Pyfer. Both of these fighters have a big finishing ability. Joe Pyfer has a lot of power. Michel Pereira, he's really tricky on the feet, throws a lot of weird shit. But in round 1, it was going Pyfer's way to start off this fight, being able to knock down Michel Pereira and lands a big knee in the clinch.
Man, back and forth we go, and early on, these guys getting after. This is
crazy round. Oh, man. You don't see it anywhere but mixed martial arts. This young man will celebrate this deep into the night as he should.
Joe Pyfer went ahead and made that fight look easy, but now moving on, we got the number 12 ranked Kyo Baro taking on Kevin Gastelum.
You know
After another easy finish, we move on to the tournament. We got a separated champion on the top left, number 1 ranked on the right, number 2 on the bottom right, and number 3 on the bottom left. And this was made before the fight, but it's going to be posted after, so I don't know who's the champion. But at least during this video, we got the champion, the South African Dricus du Plessis, taking on Chris Curtis. And Curtis was starting off this fight rocking Dricus, looking for the upset.
Fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. And now left. Oh, he's got him hurting here.
Chris Curtis was in this fight and he had a pretty good chance of an upset. He was landing the better shots on Dricus, but Dricus was throwing back too, and he was able to rock Curtis too. Style-wise, Chris Curtis, he has really good defense and some good boxing with some nice power. And he also has really good takedown defense, so that gives him a chance in this fight. But after Dricus checked the kick, he was able to rock Chris Curtis, and that ended it off round 1.
Shutting that cut. Oh, a huge shot finds the target.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up hit. The kill shot is what they in that defense.
He's back in full mount.
Chris Curtis was the one that got this fight to the ground with a knockdown, but Dricus was able to move the top mount, able to rock Chris Curtis. He teed off again, and he started landing more big shots, and he postured up once again, landed another elbow that rocked Curtis. Following him to the ground was not a good idea.
No. Great job of landing, recognizing what they wanted to get done, and it showed. This is a very evenly matched fight.
Great body language here. Oh, huge pop.
Oh, nice.
15 seconds.
He's in a lot of trouble now.
Ending off round 2, Dricus du Plessis almost went out there and got the finish over Chris Curtis. The action man Chris Curtis started off this fight great, but Dricus du Plessis just started to take over, landing big shots.
Oh, look at that. He leapt up and landed the work out of the half guard. The action man Chris Curtis.
He's going to get knocked out if he doesn't take a break.
Du Plessis' nose is bleeding that. Oh!
This next matchup, we got a grappler versus striker matchup. We got Brendan Allen taking on Paulo Costa. Costa tried to go in with a wheel kick, and Brendan Allen was able to take him down from it, but Paulo Costa reversed the position and got back up to the feet.
The takedown, no problem. Stuffs the take defense. That's the biggest shot thus far. How's his opponent still standing?
I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. It might not be over now, but it's going to be over very soon.
After dropping down Brendan Allen, Costa follows him to the ground. It seemed like it wasn't the greatest idea, but Paulo Costa was going in there, setting up an armbar, and this fight hit the ground, and Paulo Costa was the one locking in submissions.
Isolated, working towards the finish.
Oh, transitions to the belly down armbar.
That is a dangerous way to finish an armbar. Inside control, you got a ton of options. He goes, he's on belly. He's postured up. He's landing big guard.
After a great round 1 for Paulo Costa, we get to round 2, and Paulo Costa went ahead, missed another head kick, and Allen used it as an opportunity to get this fight to the ground. Once he hit the ground, he instantly tried to go for a triangle, then tried to sweep the position, but he lost it, but he took it right back. And Brendan Allen was relentless on the ground. Once he got top position, he was just attacking submissions all fight.
As he gets across, he will start to drop his chest to the mat and chase the finish.
That's tight. Oh, he got out! Looking for the submission once again. Is tight. The energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there.
It was basically the same thing every round. Paulo Costa starting out with a kick. This one he didn't miss, and then Brendan Allen gets the fight to the ground. And Brendan Allen's block was really low, so on the feet, he was always in danger because Paulo Costa had his block really low. But at the same time, Paulo Costa was gassing out. Brendan Allen was able to shoot a takedown. He failed it, but then he ended up getting on Costa's back and just dragged him to the ground. And he went for that arm triangle once again. He was attacking it every time he got to that position, and Paulo Costa was able to get out of it and got back up to the feet.
Decides to stand up and relinquish the dominant position. And it's the exact same.
Oh, he got him real good, too.
Oh, he dove with the punches. Oh, these ground strikes are just brutal.
Great defense. Oh, he's gonna try and go get.
All struggling to create an angle here, champ.
He's a fighter, man. He's gonna fight everything.
All three judges score the contest. 29-28. For the winner by unanimous decision, Paulo, the Aisna Costa.
Next matchup in this tournament, we got two Dagestanians. We got Narin and Manov taking on Hamza Chimaev.
Would be there, the kickboxer. Trying to get the head kick home, and
He head kicked. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Narin was able to rock Hamza on the feet, so Hamza got a double leg. But Narin was able to find a reversal on the ground. He was clinching up with Hamza, giving some knees to the body. Hamza was relentlessly trying to get this fight to the ground. He shot a double leg on Manov, and Manov landed a knee to the head, and then they separated.
really starting to do a lot of damage to his opponent here tonight. And there's another one for good measure. Imavov's got a cut on the forehead. Yes, he's bleeding now.
Hamza opened up a cut on Narin, and Narin was actually the one shooting in for a takedown. He ended up getting Hamza to the cage. He got him to his back, and Hamza took this fight to the ground jumping backwards, and he was able to reverse the position. Hamza started looking for an arm triangle, but Narin was able to get out of it pretty easy, and Hamza, he was able to sweep the position, and he let off some ground and pound for the rest of round one.
Outstanding work on the ground by Chimaev.
With his striking, but it always looks easier whenever he's taking his opponent down.
Starting off round two, Hamza was landing some decent shots on Narin, and then he was instantly trying to get this fight back to the ground. But Narin was giving him some good clinch shots. They separated from the clinch, and Hamza was able to land a nice straight.
Straight connections right up the gut, DC. He's in a world of trouble now.
They say the great are the ones that get there first to end the fight.
Oh, he stunned him with that knee to the head.
At this point, both fighters opened up a cut on each other. Hamza landed a nice strike rocking Izinho, but he went to pressure him, and Izinho was able to spam a whole bunch of hooks sitting down Hamza. Once Hamza hit the ground, Narin started going in for some ground and pound, and then after they got to the sprawl position, he wanted this fight back up to the feet. With 2 minutes left in round two, Narin went for a body kick in boxing range, and then he got dropped, and Hamza was walking him down, and he dropped him once again.
Oh, he gets up. A separation between the two fighters.
After that knockout for Hamza, we got the last fight on the left side of the bracket. Robert Whitaker versus Kyo Baro. And Whitaker made Kyo hit the ground fast with his duck and roundhouse.
He is stunned, trying to recover here.
Changing the position.
Whitaker probably could have not followed Kyo to the ground because Kyo got top position, started landing some nice shots in the top mount. Then he started looking for a Von Flue choke, but Whitaker was able to reverse the position, landing on top with 3 minutes left to work, and then Kyo got back up to the feet.
Surprised, the crowd pops in appreciation as the fighters work their way back to the
This
feet.
is an educated crowd, J.A. They appreciate high-level grappling, and that's exactly what they got in that exchange. He's doing a good job of
Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
After a great round one for Robert Whitaker, we get to round two. This fight hit the ground, and they were there for about 3 minutes, and then they stood right back up, and Kyo landed a nice head kick rocking Whitaker, and then this fight hit the ground again. And I'll just point this out, I lost some of the storage in this fight. I went ahead and I tried to rush the video, so I ended up losing some storage. But we got round three, and the rest of the fights are fine, so we're good.
He should keep doing this. Keep going to the well. When everything is going great,
Whitaker was having a lot of success on the feet, but Kyo, he lands a nice overhand and walks down Whitaker and sets him down. He started letting off some shots on Whitaker, ended off with an elbow, then he got the top mount and he was raining down some more shots. He was hurting Whitaker, taking down his block, but Whitaker was able to survive when we got to a decision.
That left eye starting to close up.
Judges score the contest 29-28. For the winner by unanimous decision, Robert the Reaper Whitaker!
Starting off in the right side of the bracket, we got Strickland taking on BoNichel. In the first minute of round 1, Strickland sets up a head kick and drops BoNichel. He followed him to the ground, started letting off some shots, and then BoNichel was able to push Strickland off, and he got this fight back up to the feet. But then he wanted this fight back to the ground, so he shot a double leg, and he got it where he wanted.
And now he's attempting choke, so that he doesn't lose him in the scramble.
Oh, submission defense on full display there. Pereira might say, not today.
Not today.
Strickland was able to survive a submission on the ground, and then he had some top control on Bo, and then Bo took it right back, but when Bo went for some ground and pound, Strickland took it back and kept him there for the rest of round 1.
Well, good news is he rocked. Another ground strike gets through. Back to the feet. Oh, huge right hand. Oh, big shots raining down. Dean steps in.
The next matchup in this tournament, we got Marvin Vettori taking on Hermanson. Hermanson wanted this fight to the ground, starting off with a double leg. After throwing a moving body kick, Hermanson tries to shoot a takedown straight into an uppercut that sets him down, and Vettori went in for the finish, but he's not really a finisher. Hermanson, he started looking for a guillotine, but he used it to sweep the position with 3 minutes left to work in round 1, and he started letting off some ground and pound.
How he chooses to proceed.
10th one finishing the fight.
While he's out, the fight's going to continue. You'd like to see nice combination of ground and pound punches, outstanding pressure, and clean hook there.
Hamza was able to get another takedown to end off round 1. Then once we got to round 2, he started working the body, landed a nice check hook on Vettori, shot a double leg attempting to get the fight to the ground, and he did, but he was in the bottom position, went for a guillotine, wasn't able to get it. Marvin Vettori stood right back up with 3 minutes left to work in round 2. Hermanson, same thing as usual, check hook into a double leg, wasn't able to get it.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye. Opposition, his kickboxing.
Marvin Vettori was hurting Hermanson on the feet, but he was fumbling the finish. He wasn't going in, and then he backed off, let him back up to the feet. Hermanson got a takedown, started looking for a submission, but then he postured up, raining down shots on Vettori. Marvin Vettori throws a nice overhand that lands on Hermanson. Hermanson wanted this fight back to the ground for round 3, shooting a double leg that got stuffed. Vettori started giving some clinch knees. They separated from the clinch, and Hermanson came in with an overhand, got hit by a check hook. Then Vettori went in for the takedown, and then Hermanson was in on a guillotine.
Perfect shot. That was a perfect shot.
Oh, somehow he gets out. Fantastic submission, D. 3 minutes now to go in this third and final round. Fight.
Like that! Like that!
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to.
The judges score the contest 30-27, 9-28, and 30-27. For the winner by unanimous decision, Marvin, the Italian Dream, Vettori!
Ground action here.
For the second and last fight in the first round, we got a grappler versus striker, Jared Cannonier taking on Roman Delit. But it seems like Cannonier wants to grapple a little bit more nowadays, and it seems like Delit just likes to strike even though he's outmatched. But after feeling a takedown in the first 30 seconds, he was actually able to rock Cannonier on the feet, started clinching up with him, letting off some shots, and then he was able to hit a throw and got this fight to the ground.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Delit.
Another ground. He's got to be careful here.
We'll see what. Cannonier swung.
Roman Delit somehow just got an easy ground and pound finish versus Jared Cannonier. But now for the last fight in the first round, we got Israel Adesanya taking on Joe Pyfer. And Izzy was able to land a lead question mark kick and a switch knee to the head that sat down Joe Pyfer to start off this fight.
There's that counter game that is what
You pay for trying to punch him.
Izzy was completely dominating on the feet. Joe Pyfer wasn't having no success, but and then he started going forward with a whole bunch of hooks, but and then he got hit by a check hook, dropped badly. Izzy was going in for the finish. Joe Pyfer was able to survive, but then Izzy got back up to the feet.
Adesanya gets back up here. news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities.
Dean steps in.
Now we get into the quarterfinal matchups, and also in the quarterfinals, every single fighter in this tournament is representing a different country, but let's start it off. In this first matchup, we got Dricus du Plessis taking on Paulo Costa.
Life, and he believes no matter what, this fight's gonna be over. He's blocked. Ooh. You gotta be kidding me.
Du Plessis, he was off to a great start in round 1. He was able to drop Paulo Costa twice, but Costa, he was also throwing back. They started to kind of trade in the middle for a little bit, and Dricus, he got the better of that, landed a nice uppercut. Costa was wobbling backwards. Dricus went up with a high kick, sat him down, and decided to let him back up to the feet.
3 minutes now to go, and what has been... Whoa! Oh, heavy shots continue to rain down. What a connection.
Dricus du Plessis moves on to the final 4, but now we got Hamza Chimaev taking on Robert Whitaker. Whitaker lands a nice overhand on Hamza that hurts him right off the bat, but Hamza, he got the double leg that he wanted. Whitaker was able to get back up to the feet. Hamza was in on another double leg, then they separated from the clinch.
Let's see how... He has to evade, stay at space.
Whoa! This one could be over soon.
Whitaker was really pushing for the finish on Khamzat, but Khamzat, he got back up to the feet. And he already took a lot of damage on his head, but he was coming forward. He was landing some nice shots on Whitaker, but Whitaker went up with that duck and roundhouse and sat him down again.
He's hurting bad here. Massive shot lands. It's over, John. The fight's done.
Well, not sure if I should knock his fight IQ, but it seems like he's sort of playing around here. Feels like the finish is there for the taking. Oh! Certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight.
Now on the right side of the quarterfinals, we got Strickland taking on Marvin Vettori. Vettori started off the fight putting his head into a front kick, but he does eat it, and then he throws an overhand that sits down Strickland.
There's a shot to the leg. All right, so some... Oh!
Nice job defensively. He blocked that. Oh, he looks to try to chase down that finish. Oh, nice takedown. Yep.
It's through. Oh, crowd just loving it as the fighters, after an extended grappling battle, make their way back to the field.
Yeah, they're back on their feet. They spent a lot of energy.
Play shot there, DC. He is official.
Vettori wasn't doing bad in round 1, but Strickland, he got that last second knockdown that hurt Vettori bad. Then we got to round 2, and he lands a nice front kick on Vettori, and he started walking him down.
Oh, nice right hand.
It up again here. He has punctuated a...
Oh,
He was looking for here tonight.
Last matchup in the quarterfinals, we got Roman Delit versus Izzy Adesanya. Roman Delit starts off shooting a takedown straight into a knee. Then Izzy went ahead trying to set up another knee, and then he got rocked on the feet by Roman Delit.
All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. Clean, and now a cut is open.
How good is this? It's almost like they let off. There, somehow, his opponent stayed upright.
Izzy sat down Roman Delit, and they were both rocking each other on the feet. Roman Delit was surprisingly doing pretty good on the feet, but then he just started shooting takedowns on uppercuts, and then it was going downhill from there.
Delit is bleeding from the mouth, Daniel. Looks as though there's a cut on him. 30 seconds now to go in the opening round. See?
He's got the underhook, he's got the far side post. If you're the opponent, you have...
It might not seem like it for this matchup, but Roman Delit might have been better off not shooting a takedown, because every time he did, he got countered, and it was going downhill from there.
Back to his feet. He'll go back to the stool now for 60 seconds. Now the onus is on his corner to try to keep him in the fight. Do you believe it? This opportunity for both fighters.
In these tournaments, this usually doesn't happen, but we got the top 4 fighters in the division. We got the champion Dricus du Plessis taking on Robert Whitaker, and then we got Strickland taking on Izzy Adesanya. Starting off the final four, we got Dricus taking on Whitaker, and Dricus was moving to the right, just throwing hooks, and then he started spamming uppercuts. He was able to rock Whitaker, try to mix it up to get this fight to the ground, but Whitaker was able to stuff it.
Caught by that straight punch, that'll get his attention. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Strike. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through, may need some defense here.
There it is.
Whitaker was able to reverse Dricus' takedown, but Dricus, he was able to sweep the position. He got the top mount, started raining down shots. Whitaker was avoiding a lot of punches, but then he ended up giving up his back, and Dricus started looking for a rear naked choke, but Whitaker was able to survive that, and he got back up to the feet, and then we got the round two.
Do you see any major takeaways after the previous fight? Connection by him there. 3 minutes to go. Both fighters starting to open up a little bit.
After doing some damage on the feet, Dricus decides to mix it up with a double leg, and then Whitaker gets back up, and then he gets hit by an overhand that sits him down. We got a minute left in round two. He goes ahead and misses a leg kick, and Dricus comes in with a right hook that sat him down once again, and Whitaker was the one trying to get this fight to the ground, but he wasn't able to.
Opponent to the canvas. I think the octagon's shaking, DC. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. That cut on the bridge of his nose and prevent it from becoming a factor here moving forward.
In this matchup, they were both doing their thing, but Dricus, it just seemed like he was having the much better shots on the feet, and he was able to hurt Whitaker, and Whitaker was not doing a good job at recovering. But this fight hit the ground, and Whitaker ended up in top mount, so he had a chance.
Change it and get him in your realm where you have the advantage.
Oh, he's got his back. Actively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Robert Whitaker. Oh, man, the blood.
Whitaker's really going to need a finish to get this win, and he was in top mount doing what he needed to do. Landed some big shots, sets up an elbow that rocks Dricus, and then 50 seconds left in round three. Dricus starts going for a guillotine. Whitaker gets out of it. He gets the top control, and he wasn't able to find the finish, but he was able to control him for the rest of round three. We went to a decision.
This contest, 29-28, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Dricus
The winner of this matchup is going to take on Dricus du Plessis for the middleweight championship, but we got Strickland taking on Aisna. And Strickland wasn't coming to jab and teep. He was walking down Izzy, and he was just swinging.
Pretty strong jab there.
Couldn't find the shot that would put.
Strickland was having a bad round one. He was coming forward trying to brawl with Izzy, but he just kept getting countered, and he kept getting hurt. Last second in round one, he got dropped once again. Then we got to round two.
Early round two. Down in the pocket and both landing. Oh, picture perfect shot there, DC, and one more of those, he might be out.
Strickland was able to hurt Izzy, but then he got countered once again, had him going backwards, wobbling. Then he went to the body, up to the head, got hit by a check hook that sat him down for a second. And he was coming forward, but every time he got countered, he was just getting clipped on his chin and dropped. It wasn't a good look.
He can't even stand.
90 seconds to go.
He's in a lot of trouble. He's brutalizing him with the ground and pound. This fight is supposed to be enough. Hit him again.
Beautiful strike there as he continues to attack that cut. Cut man's gonna. Herb Dean steps in.
Oh my goodness.
After this tournament, we move on to the championship matchup. We got Dricus du Plessis taking on Aisna. African versus African. Let's get into it. Surprisingly, this championship matchup starts out with a glove touch. Dricus comes forward throwing a switch kick. Then he shoots a double leg that gets stuffed, but he lands a nice check hook on Izzy. Izzy lands a nice overhand, tries to set up a head kick, but Dricus is able to block it. Then he got in on a single leg and dragged Izzy to the ground.
Oh, he got to the spot.
Huge elbow there. Israel Adesanya is going for a choke. It's tight. Oh, looks like he's countering here with maybe a Von Flu. He's got the side mount.
See, Izzy was actually attacking submissions on the ground, locking in a guillotine, but Dricus du Plessis countered it with a Von Flu choke and locked it in, almost getting him out of there. Then he got the top mount, raining down shots, rocking him at the end of round one. They both trade kicks to start off round two, and Dricus opens up a cut on Izzy with a check hook, shoots a double leg, but Izzy stuffs it. This fight ended up in full guard, and Dricus tried to set up a guillotine off his back, but Izzy was able to pop out of it and then give him a ground and pound shot and got back up to the feet.
Taking control of this second round.
Oh, nice overhand right.
guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening.
That strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up.
This fight got to round 3. Dricus du Plessis goes ahead, lands a check hook, rocking Izzy. Izzy was in the clinch and they separated, and he lands a big right hook on Dricus that rocks him badly. Dricus goes ahead. He's been targeting that all day, the check hook. He was able to land the check hook and a head kick that sits down Izzy. And this fight hit the ground, and Izzy starts setting up an armbar.
Israel got it. It looked like the fight was over. He was able to clear his head.
After locking in the armbar and getting some ground and pound off on Dricus, Izzy stands his fight back up to the feet. Dricus throws a Superman punch, then he shoots a double leg, and he was able to get Izzy to the ground. And he started posturing up. But Izzy, he was able to sweep the position, got onto Dricus' back. He gave him a double punch, but Dricus was able to avoid it. Then we got to round 4. Izzy started off round 4 with a jump and switch knee. And then Dricus du Plessis throws a Superman punch that hurts Izzy, and Izzy's throwing back. Dricus missed the overhand. Izzy started throwing hooks that hurt him. Dricus goes ahead and he tries to target the leg. Then he shoots a takedown, but it was straight into a knee. And Izzy, he tried to time a nice body shot, but Dricus goes ahead and gets the double leg and gets his fight to the ground.
Going for the armbar now. That might be tight.
That is tight.
Wow, somehow, some way.
Izzy attempted another armbar, but this time Dricus was able to get out of it, postured up, started landing some shots on Izzy, but he was too gassed to throw anymore. He moved down the top mount and he started pushing for the finish.
Oh, heavy shots raining down. Seconds to go in this one.
What a tight armbar. This is it. This has to be the end. Oh, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Hernandez has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 45 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by tap out and new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Dricus du Plessis.
Alright, that wraps up the middleweight tournament. We got Dricus du Plessis goes ahead, finishes Israel Adesanya with an armbar in the main event to win the middleweight championship. That wraps this up.